What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? If you're here for a video about the Canon R5, some facts, some tips, some prices, maybe, you're here for the right video. Stay tuned. As many of you know, talking in front of a camera with studio lighting, you guys like that, by the way, is not usually what I'm used to, so bear with me. I'm going to give you the review as I have found it so far. I'm sure share the facts that I've seen online. Obviously, you can't trust the internet 100%, and I don't even know if you can trust me 100%. This video probably won't get more than 100 views. I only have 400 subscribers, so you're sitting here listening to me. I don't know what you're doing, but hey, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a good video, so I'd watch it if I were you, and I'd hit that subscribe button. So back to the review after I just plugged my channel heavily. So first off, goodbye to Nikon, Panasonic, everyone, Fuji. They're all gone. Canon is revolutionizing the game right here. The R5 is going to destroy the competition. Literally, everyone is shocked. The world is shocked about the Canon R5. The R5 is the camera we've been waiting for. All Canon enthusiasts have been waiting for the moment for Canon to unveil this baby to us. It is exactly what we've been wanting. And more, actually. People are surprised what does come with this camera. Just like when the EOS R was released, it hit the world hard. It was Canon's big upgrade. A mirrorless camera, 4K sensor, full frame sensor, weather sealed. It was huge. RF glass, oh my god. Beauty, mwah, magnificent. But hey, Canon has done it again. Whew. It's hard to even say. The facts that are coming from the internet, the trusted source that I have gotten them from, is going to blow you guys away. Sorry about that lengthy introduction, but hey, I've got to get you guys excited somehow about this camera, so without further ado, let's get into some specs. Just like the EOS R, the R5 will feature a weather-sealed body, it'll be mirrorless, and we all love to hear the next part, full frame, no more 1.6 crop, no more 1.7 crop 4K, beautiful, it's amazing, full frame, it's great. You get that 16 millimeters, it's actually going to be 16 millimeters. So, that's number one, it's really good. Do you guys like IBIS, or for some of you who have never heard of that, in-body image stabilization? Do you guys like that? If not, I don't know what you're doing here, but I do. I like that. You know me, I'm adventurous, I'm outdoorsy, so I like whatever stabilization I can get without having to carry a gimbal like a Ronin, a Weebill, or Moza. It just adds extra weight, extra parts that are moving, pieces. I want that camera to be smooth, crisp, clear right out of the box. Right when I turn the thing on, it'll be perfect. So, you know, this camera is going to feature 5-axis IBIS. So, you camera lovers, videography lovers in particular, this is what you've been waiting for. So that 5-axis IBIS, it's not going to only just work with the RF lenses. It is going to work with all of the EF and EFS lenses. That is huge. Okay, many people, like myself, have invested in a lot of glass. Canon lenses is what people would call it, glass lenses, same thing. I don't have to get rid of those anymore. I can now use those with the R5 if I get it, which I probably won't because it's going to be expensive. You will not lose that 5-axis IBIS. That is amazing. You don't have to go spend $3,000 for an RF glass lens. That is great. I mean, I've got a lot of money invested into Canon EFS and EF glass, so those lenses, they do the trick for me, so I'm going to keep them. Really, there's no reason to get all RF glasses unless you've just got unlimited money to spend on this camera, so that's a huge plus, Canon. Good job. Dual pixel autofocus. Do you guys like that? Is it clear? Oh my god, that focus rate is so fast. Guess what? The R5 is going to have that dual pixel autofocus in 8K. You're not going to lose that. It's amazing. So right now I'm shooting on my Canon M50, which I traded in for my 5D Mark III. I traded it because the 5D Mark III did not have dual pixel autofocus. Technology was older, like 8 to 10 years, so obviously it's not going to have it, but the Canon M50, it does. It has it. It's pretty fast. I'm looking at my monitor. I like it. I can only imagine that the R5 is going to actually improve upon that with the eye tracking, face tracking. So I'd say look for a pretty high amount of a dual pixel autofocus there. with 8K, there should be some caveats, right? Well, actually not really. You still get that full frame, yes, full frame. You're not getting that cropped frame like the APS-C size sensor, so you're not getting like a 1.6 or a 1.7 times crop in. You're still getting the full range of your camera's lens. 16 millimeter, it's gonna act like a 16 millimeter. So that is great. It's not gonna act like a 16 times 1.8. Is that 24 or 28? I don't even know. I'll put it right here. So math, it's tough when you're on the spot, but full frame 8K sensor, that is gonna be revolutionary for the film industry, photography, just everything, honestly. From what we know right now, at 8K, you're going to be allowed to shoot 30 frames per second raw. So you're going to have a lot of options to fix that in post-editing, color grade it, fix the image up, touch it up, you know the whole raw shebang. And if you're shooting in 4K, you're going to be able to shoot up to 120 frames per second slow motion, which is, let me get close to the mic, ridiculous. That is a lot. This camera right here, the M50, shoots, I believe, 120 frames per second at 720p. The image quality is subpar, as you'd say, but 120 frames per second at 4K, that's pretty good, and I don't know what else you'd want to ask for that. It seems like they're kind of stepping up to like a 1DX Mark II, Mark III level of quality for the video. How many of my viewers right now are into photography? When I say photography, meaning more so into like sports photography, so like for a very high frames per second rate. Well, the R5 is going to feature 12 frames per second continuous in mechanical, and then 20 frames per second electrical. That is so fast. So to compensate, like I was saying, for that 12 frames per second mechanical and 20 frames electrical, Canon decided to listen to all of us and bring back their dual card slot. And the cards you'll be able to use are a CF card, which is a compact flash. They're like the big bricks. And you'll be able to use a UHS number 2 card. So that's a ultra high speed 2 SD card, which is expensive, but it's very fast processing. And having these dual cards is going to allow, if one card fails, it'll be able to write all the information onto the next one, rather than, hey, you just lost all your stuff. So no one wants that. If you're a very fast photographer, like in the NBA, NFL, NHL, whatever, and you're taking pictures so fast, rapidly, every second of the game, your card's going to burn up. So having those dual cards will allow you just the peace of mind to have it in case something happens to that one card. At the moment, all we know is we've got 30 frames per second, we've got 60 frames per second, and finally we've got 120 frames per second. You guys know it's coming. We do not have an update whether or not they will include 24 frames per second or 23.97, however you want to see it. We don't know if they're going to do it, but hey, you guys know Canon, and you know there will be a firmware update sometime within the next 10 years, so let's keep positive on that one. So something I have been wondering ever since I heard about the R5 was price. And that's like the one thing that Canon is just denying us. So there's some estimates, $3,500 to $5,000. No lenses, body only, one battery, strap, charger. That's very expensive for a camera. And you all know RF glass is expensive as shit. So although it's marked maybe at $3,500 to $5,000, I think it might extend to above $5,000, maybe the $5,000 to $7,000 range, kind of like the 1DX Mark II and the Mark III. It's a very high valued camera. It's very professional. Canon really took a step from down here to like up here. Like the Canon R, the EOS R was like here. The R5 is going to be just jumping levels. It's going to be astronomical. I mean, I personally am very excited to see what this camera can do. If you have the money and you guys want to get a superior image over everyone else, go ahead, go buy this Canon R5. It's going to be well worth your money. Personally, I can't buy it. I only have 400 subscribers, so please go smash that subscribe button so I too can have the R5. And with that, please drop a comment down below with a future review that you guys want to see. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.